Hey folks, how we doing? So, if you remember in my, hopefully what should be my most previous video, or my most recent video up to this point, I talked about Paldean Fates being big on the channel. Well, here's why. I have in my possession each of the three Paldean Fate sticker collections. Now, what is Paldean Fates and why does this matter? Paldean Fates are another limited run specialty set a la Prismatic Evolution, Black Bolt White Flare, 151, and I think that Shrouded Fable, and I think this is the only one I haven't had a chance to open on the channel yet. Someone can correct me in the comments if that's wrong. The big thing, the selling point of Paldean Fates is the majority of the collection is shiny Pokemon. Now the trick there is, as in the regular games, shiny Pokemon are hard to find. Like, there's not like a guarantee shiny in every pack. There are some cool reprints in here, so I'll be curious to see what I find. Each of these sticker sheets does come with 3 packs of Paldean Fates, a promotional card, and an associated sticker, text sticker, kind of like the text sticker collections for Black Bolt and White Flare, and like I said, Prismatic Evolution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bust these open, see what we got. I do like how in this set, or with this set rather, Paldean Fates took the 3 kind of like dog Pokemon that were released in Generation 9 of Scarlet and Violet and made them shiny promos and kind of gave them a little bit of focus. So this first one is the Mastiff pack. I love Mastiff, if for no other reason than I love Mabostiff. And here we can see this is, looks like Black Star 71. So it's another Black Star promo I don't have yet. We're going to take a look at some of these Paldean Fate things. We have Shiny Dondozo, Shiny Tinkaton, and Shiny Ceruledge. And we're going to see what kind of magic we get. Alright. Ooh. Hope you guys are enjoying Legends ZA, by the way. I've caught quite a number of shinies in that game. I think I'm up to 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 or 9 shinies in ZA, and including a couple fully evolved shinies. Like, I found them that way. Including, hey, I got a shiny Camerupt, which is really cool. Going back to my Mega Camerupt story, because now I can have a shiny Mega Camerupt, which, again, is just Cammy all over again. We have Psychic Energy, Toadschool, Lechonk, Charcadet, Clobopus, Artisan, Kirlia, TM Crisis Punch. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. Some cards might be new in this set. I'm not 100% sure. I know, again, with a lot of these specialty sets, they tend to be reprint sets, but there might be some new cards, because I don't know if I've ever seen this card before. Reverse Holo Cottony, Reverse Holo Barboach, and Rivavroom. Okay. So nothing special in that first pack. That being said, though, I've only opened 6 packs of Paldean Fates in the past, and that was off camera, like before I started actively recording. So, you know, this is just good for the sake of having a complete collection. So, we'll see. And maybe in the description of this video, I'll say how many new cards actually added to my collection. Even if they're, like, functionally the same as cards I have in, like, older sets. Like, if this is like, oh, the Toadschool was also in, like, Obsidian Flames or something. Doesn't matter. It's functionally a different card because it is from a different set. And I wish I had cards on hand to explain that better. Darkness Energy, Clobopus, which I love this Clobopus. It looks like a Monet painting. I've been on a bit of an art kick, and this watercolor is just amazing. Frigibax, the Denny, Noibat, Winkalone, Camerupt, the Moonlit Hill, Reverse Holo Chimecho, Reverse Holo Paldea Student, and we got an Iron Treads EX. Okay, so we actually got an EX card. That's awesome. Is that a shiny, though? I don't know. I've never actually seen a shiny, what are those things called? Paradox Pokemon? But hey, an EX card is an EX card. Those things can be hard to find. So, since this is a specialty set, we might see a few, repeats, as we've already seen Clobbopus twice, but who knows? Darkness Energy, Cottony, Maractus, Gimmighoul, Scraggy, Crisis Punch, Dockspun, Gengar, Reverse Hollow Charmander, Reverse Hollow Barboach, and, oh, Mimikyu. That's cute. Okay. Alright, so that was the first pack. Now we're going to do set number 2, sticker set number 2, which is going to focus on Greavard. Greavard and Houndstone I'm less a fan of. It's not that I dislike them, especially since Greavard was, of the Pokemon that were highlighted, have the coolest introduction. If you weren't paying attention to Pokemon at the time, Greavard got a special, like, introduction video that talked about its lore a little bit. So, here we have our little ghost pup. And, again, so this is what the shiny cards look like. They have these little stars and kind of a reflective background. So, like, shiny Houndstone, shiny Mabostiff, and as we'll get into it, shiny Dockspun are found in these packs. Let's see if we can find any. I think the last time I opened Paldean Fates, I found a booster bundle at a Fred Meyer. I got a shiny Tinkatink and a shiny Shroodle, and then I also got in a third pack, in that same box, a shiny Espathra EX Full Art, which was kind of cool. I'll have to show those off sometime. Lightning Energy, Pineco, Numel, Natu, Paldean Student. So, hold on a sec. So, okay, this is interesting. So I do just want to show this off briefly. So here we have the Paldean Student card that we picked up in this pack. Here's the Paldean Student card that we got in the previous pack. And as you can kind of see, these are two different cards, to the point where even, oops, let's see if I can get it in frame. So that's card number 85. This is card number 86. So yeah, these are different cards, even though, again, they functionally look the same. They are treated in context as different cards. So that's kind of cool. And as you can see here, we got Spoiled, that we do have another camera up. Nemona's Backpack. Kilowattrel. No shit. Mew EX Shiny Full Art. That's really cool. Okay. Reverse Hollow Nest Ball. And Ceruledge. Okay, that's less exciting. But okay, yeah, so the shiny cards will always take the first reverse hollow spot. And, damn, I got a really, really cool, really good card. When this video goes up, I'm gonna have a friend that's gonna, like, lose their mind. Also, it's Pikachu! Pikachu being the fourth, art for the shinies. Beside the point. Yeah. So we got our first shiny. Let's see if we can find something else. Darkness Energy, Pikachu, Greavard, Chinchou, Woobat, Charmeleon, Ultra Ball, Primeape, Reverse Hollow Camerupt, Reverse Hollow Goldengo, and back-to-back regular Goldengo. Again, folks, that's your reminder that your Reverse Hollow can be a rare, which means you can get two of the same Pokemon in the same pack if you are just that lucky, question mark? Lucky asterisk? Alright, let's see what else we got. Water Energy, Chimecho, Pikachu, Paldea Student Red, Fido, Primeape, Ultra Ball, Mousehold, Reverse Hollow Heat Rotom, Reverse Hollow Crisis Punch, and Houndstone. Alright, so we got one shiny. That's awesome. Alright, now we're going to move on to the last pack, which is the Fido pack. When Fido was revealed, I think it was either in a Pokemon Presents or just in like a random, like, hey, here's some new Pokemon, like, YouTube video. It was the one that kind of caught my eyes, being like, okay, Fido, the dog Pokemon, based on a piece of bread, is clever as hell. And at the time, I was really into the game Pokemon Cafe Remix, or Pokemon Cafe at the time. And I was like, this Pokemon was made for that game, to sell merch, and I'm not wrong. But also, just look at the guy. He's just cute as hell. Also, his ears being very specific, Spanish pastries. If you've ever been into, like, a pasteleria, you can definitely find buns that look like Fido's ears. I forget what they're called. But they are really tasty. So if you've ever been to, like, and I actually think they're more Mexican than Spanish, but Paldea kind of has this whole, like, Latin flair going on, which makes sense because it's based on Spain and Portugal. But even if you look at, like, the starters, there's a lot of influence of that, like, Latin America culture, especially with Skeletors being a Day of the Dead reference, which I think actually just passed at the time of recording, to give you context of when I'm making these videos. Metal Energy, Magmar, Nimona, Charmander, Rare Candy, Atticus, Donphan, Electric Generator, Reverse Hollow Ralts. Ooh, we have a shiny Wugtrio illustration rare. So all the illustration rares are going to have a shiny Pokemon in a field of normals. So that's cool that I got the Wugtrio. And our last card is Cyclizar. Okay, so we got two shinies. One in illustration rare, one in EX full art. So those are awesome cards to pick up. Let's see what else we are digging with. Fire Energy, Numel, Natu, Paldea Student Red, Cottony, Graplocked, Nimona's Backpack, Dachshund, Reverse Hollow Graplocked, Reverse Hollow Mimikyu, and another Goldango. Alright, last pack. Pretty fun. You know, we've gotten a couple of good cards, and again, this is also to build up my collection, so I'm grateful that I just was able to find this stuff, because Paldean Fates can be really hard to not only get your hands on, but if you do find it secondhand, it's really expensive, because everybody is looking for what's called the Bubble Mew card, which, let me just see if I can find that wrapping here. Oof. Yeah, so it's featured on the cover of the GameStop Power Pack from my last video. This is a Paldean Fates card, and it is one of the most expensive Pokemon cards I've ever seen, like, loose. It's easily several hundreds, if not like $1,000. So that's fun. Fighting Energy, Paldea Student Blue, Chinchou, Pineco, Pikachu, Atticus, Mousehold, Ino, Reverse Hollow Mastiff, Reverse Hollow Professor Sada's Research, and okay, so our final card is, I believe this is, let me just see. Okay, yeah, so this is a full art illustration of Paldea Student Red, or I guess it's technically Paldea Student Orange, because it's the Naranja Academy outfits. You can kind of see they have the orange pants here at the bottom. But yeah, so we end it with a full art trainer. So that's 3 cards I would consider hits between the Mew, the Paldea Student, and the Wugtrio. I mean, arguably 4, because I also picked up that Iron Shreds. But yeah, let me know what your favorite card were. Let me know which of these 3 dog Pokemon you used in your team, or you thought was the coolest, or the cutest, or whatever. Again, I'm going with Mabostiff and Mastiff for emotional reasons, and I've talked about that in the past, why that one stood out to me so much. But hey, maybe you like Dachshund, maybe you like Little Bread Boy, and hey, as always, thank you for joining.